kind of give you a quick introduction. Cool. All right. So I'm here with Mike Morrison from Rideaway. Mike, if you can kind of start off giving a little bit of a intro about how you were impacted or how, when this whole thing kind of unfolded, how it affected your business.
Sure. So, I mean, I got to assume just like every other business, it was just kind of that slow, like, whoa, this is something to be aware of into, okay, this is definitely going to affect our business into, wow, we need to make some pretty large adjustments to our business. If we're going to make it through this, that was kind of the transition, and it just happened so fast. Like we were just talking about. I mean, that was over like a month period. And so it feels like one of those things that for a business, you'd have to assess almost over like a year. All these businesses have had to process in like a month's time. And so for us, since we're seasonal, we didn't have to do it live. You know what I mean? We didn't have to do it while customers were still walking through our doors or while we were getting specific instructions from the state federally. We've had a little bit of a reprieve. So, I mean, I don't want to use the word lucky, but we've had a little gap to be able to adjust and kind of set our feet a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of been our adjustment. We usually start our business with bigger private groups and schools and Eagle Scout stuff. Usually late April, early May is when we start clicking in.
Right. I mean, I was talking to Bob King a little bit. The timing of it is somewhat convenient for a lot of seasonal businesses. And basically he was saying most businesses on Cape are seasonal, just with no matter what you are, you get a lot more busier. But, it's not a huge, I mean, it's obviously not ideal at all, but it's not a huge issue until it starts to bleed into April. And like you said, your season doesn't really start to the end of April. Obviously, you have to do a lot of prep before that. But are you doing are you kind of, because it's so unknown of what's going to happen, have you been thinking about plans, or are you kind of just going to be assuming as the bans are lifted or the restrictions are lifted, you're going to keep moving forward, or are you kind of accounting for a lot of this right now?
It's the classic, hope for the best, plan for the worst situation. So we're doing just everything we would do. We're always, as a super seasonal business like us, it's a blessing and a curse. You get to flip the switch and make all these improvements and grow your business and develop and look back and take surveys and make these decisions based off of what happened. But at the same time, at the beginning of the season, it's like starting a brand new business. We have to hire new people. We have to train them. We have to see if those concepts even work. We have to budget for, depending on what's happening. So it's that give and take. So for us, it's, we're definitely planning ahead. We're definitely making those adjustments we're going to need to make sure that our customers feel confident and comfortable in us. And we don't do our whole business plan has never been retail. It's just something I'm not passionate about, and it's something my staff isn't really passionate about. Our goal is to promote the Cape and its environment as our product. We want people to invest in it. So we get people outside. Our main goal is to get people outside and active, immersing themselves in the Cape Cod environment. So that's where I'm hoping we're going to be able to keep doing that, because we actually just sent out an email to all of our previous customers just saying how we were going to make those adjustments. And it stinks because the way we separate ourselves from other businesses like ours is our customer service, and that's face to face. We're literally friends with our customers. We love them. So to think that our adjustments now are, hey, you're not even going to have to see us, is like, it sucks. But we got to think. One of our pillars is obviously safety, and when we say that, we think of safety on the water. All of our guys are CPR first aid trained. We're all American Canoe Association certified. So it's, when you think of safety, you think of on the water, make sure everyone is going to be safe no matter what happens. We assess conditions before we go out. We do everything we are supposed to do for safety. And it was never one of those things where we were thinking like prevent the spread of a virus, and
Right.
and that's where adjustments happen, so
Yeah.
well, that's what we're doing. It's just we have to establish some new processes that can ensure our customers that we're going to have that. So if they show up and we have stuff set up for them, it's going to be clean and it's going to be safe. We want our customers and our employees healthy and happy. And those adjustments we're going to have to make going into it. The scary thing is it's just, again, for that safety aspect, we have to listen to the professionals. We have to listen to the people that are experts in this. And I know a lot of businesses, and I know financials are it's a huge part of everybody's life. But if that's safety, it's a pillar, safety. And if they tell us we can't go, then we can't go, and that's frustrating. It takes it out of our hands, but it's just a pill we have to swallow. We got to be ready to make that sacrifice if that's what needs to be done.
Right. No, absolutely. Have you actually had to push back anything yet? Like as far as hard dates that you've had, or like potential reservations or plans like that? Have that shifted?
Yeah, we've had to push back 2 groups so far that just felt a little bit more comfortable going back. But again, it's like, it's the Amazon world we live in. It's our customers have changed over the last 6 years so much, where there's not a lot of type A bookings anymore. It's not, we used to have the people that would plan their vacation and book, and it's just becoming less and less. So it's a lot of like 1 week out, day of. That's our time frame now.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So that kind of hurts us. We just got to make sure we're getting in front of those customers when they get here. But the bigger, like I said, our bigger groups and Eagle Scout groups and Cub Scout or Girl Scout and Boy Scout and private schools, those are the ones that are big. They basically bring in the money that then I can pay my employees with to start the season. So we got to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's part of owning a business.
I know, right? I mean, I guess it's nice that there's a little bit of a buffer room till that like summer kind of time weather hits the Cape. But it's still, we don't know how long everything will last. And then just on kind of a side personal note, what have you been kind of doing, just staying sane during this whole time?
Struggling. I've been, like I'm going outside. I'm doing a lot of like paddling on my end and just biking and. It's just tough. It's just all stuff you enjoy so much more with other people, it's I'm a big soccer guy, and not being able to be on a field and like being able to hit people and get hit and like just
have that contact. Like,
I'm losing it.
I know, it's crazy. Once you lose it, you forget how important it is.
Right. Exactly. And it's just one of those things. I 2 days a week I do it, and you just have you don't have a concept of what a reprieve it is from everything.
Right.
So that's a little bit tough. Like just going and running, it's just I start to lose it up here. I'm just like it's just too much thinking, especially right now. So I'm getting out there and being I'm trying to do as much as I can physically, just because it's obviously good for you, but it just gets your blood flowing. It gets positivity. It's it's a huge reason of why we have the company. It's to get people outside and active. And we just hope that we're going to be able to do it, because that's really what we want people to do. It just brings everything: mental health, emotional health, it's physical health. So we just want to make sure people are getting outside, and they're not just kind of going into a hole of this sucks, because it does suck. But people got to get outside, and I know it stinks not being able to do it with other people, but do it with the people close to you, the people that are in your house. Just go outside, explore, have some fun.
Absolutely. Great. Yeah. I mean, I guess on a final note, if you can kind of maybe, do you have any, like, beyond just thinking so focused on the epidemic right now, but talking about your business in general for people who may not know you, and anything new you maybe have coming up this summer.
Yeah, sure. So with our business, we have 2 locations. We have one in Sandwich on 6A that we focus on Scorton Creek, which is a beautiful tidal flat, fills and empties twice a day. It's gorgeous. And then our second location is in Mashpee at the Pompanesett Marketplace. So that one feeds into Pompanesett Bay. So it's funny. We got like last summer, the big conversation was shark activity. And this summer, it's, we got two battling things here. But so both of our locations, we always want to make sure people know we're right on the water, so they never have to transport, and they're protected flat water areas. So it's a place that, there would never be any shark activity, number one, because we don't have seals, and number two, just because they'd feel trapped, and like any other animal, they would never want to do that. So they're very beginner. The reason we picked them was because they're very beginner friendly. We've been in business for 12 years. So we strategically picked both those spots for the reason that it's great for all levels. The other thing that people don't realize that we're doing now is we're doing bike rentals and tours this summer.
That's awesome.
So it's the same thing. We just want the people that are a little intimidated by being on the water. We let them explore, and we give them the same exact educational route that we do for our kayak and paddleboard tours. So we pick a bike route, and then we go head down to the marsh in each location, and we talk about how important our environment is, how to preserve it, and just explore it. But we do it on bikes. And then our big thing this summer, which is kind of a kick, but we bought a 12-passenger van that we could transport customers. And our goal was to go to hotels and big private groups and just scoop them, pick them up, bring them to our location, a fully catered experience. And then we're working with Leslie over at Tap Tastings as well.
Oh, cool.
To do a cool catered full day. You come, you kayak with us, we pick you up. We do our tour, we do our whole thing, so you're out active. And then we finish up. Leslie comes in her van and comes and scoops you, and you do a little brewery tour. So we're trying to do
that is awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to do a lot more like custom stuff, which is cool because now this summer people can do it with their own group that they feel comfortable with, if that's how they feel comfortable. So all our tours can be privately booked. And then we have our scheduled ones as well. But yeah, those are some of the transitions we're doing that we're planning on doing anyway. So we can kind of angle a little bit more to fit this current situation.
Right. Yeah, to adapt to it. But that's great to just be like collaborating with other businesses and things like that. That's exciting.
Yeah, we try to work with as many businesses as we can.
Right.
Because it's a small community. It's exactly what you guys promote. Like, we believe in it so much that no business is going to survive trying to do this on their own on the Cape. And a business like ours, we would not have gotten into our 13th season without so many other businesses and the help of the community. And yeah, it's just what you put into the community, you're going to get it back. So yeah, absolutely. That's always something we try to focus on.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking with me, Mike, and I hope that everything, it ends sooner than we think.
Yeah.
Ideal. Yeah.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man. I appreciate you taking the time for sure.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll be in touch. We'll see you around town then.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Yeah. Bye.